Thank you for logging on to this Norwell High School sports broadcast brought to you by WellsCountyVoice.com, a division of the Voice Enterprises. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of our sponsors you hear throughout the game, so be sure to visit their businesses and use their services as often as possible, and tell them thanks for their support. We encourage you to go to the games and support your local team, but when you just can't make it, we're here for you. Now it's time for the pregame show on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Norwell Night Basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com. This is Greg Van Meter along with Derek Decker this evening. We are at Bishop Luers High School for this non-conference matchup between your Norwell Knights and the Bishop Luers Knights. Norwell comes into this one with a record of 11-8. Bishop Luers is 12-6, 3-game difference in total between these two teams, Derek, and that tells you that Norwell's playing a tournament that Bishop Luers is not.
That's right. I saw today as well the AP poll was released. Bishop Luers is receiving votes in that AP poll. However, Sagarin looks on them much kinder as they are ranked number 3 in Class 3A in the Sagarin ratings and come in as a heavy favorite this evening.
That is exactly right. They're a 17-point favorite, according to Sagarin. And Norwell has seen a variety of styles over the last couple of weeks as they've suffered 3 straight losses. They're going to see a different style again tonight, as I would expect the Luers to play a faster pace than Huntington North did the other night in the last conference game of the year. And they're going to want to score a lot of points. They're also going to want to play some pressure defense. They are averaging right at 65 points a game on the season, and they're giving up right at 60. You contrast that with Norwell averaging 52 and giving up 51, and you can see quite a difference there in the styles of play between these two squads.
Yeah, you see it a lot in the SAC, and Bishop Luers is definitely going to want to get out and run.
Okay, welcome back to Bishop Luers. We had a really nice pregame going there, Derek.
Yeah, we did.
Unfortunately, the stream did not switch over to live when we thought it did. This is Greg Van Meter along with Derek Decker. About 6 minutes or so until the start of this one, we were talking about the fact that 2 contrasting styles of play this evening. Norwell will try to keep the scoring down as they average right at 52 points a game, give up 51. Luers, on the other hand, averages 65 and gives up right at 59. Luers is a 17-point favorite in this one. 65-48 is the prediction by Sagarin this evening. Norwell, losers of 3 straight games coming into this one, and this is by far the toughest part of their schedule. The last 8 games of the season, each posing a pretty difficult test. After tonight, the Knights have 2 more games this week. Unusual to have a 3-game week, but of course here tonight at Bishop Luers. On Friday, they will be at Jay County and then finish up with 3 home games against Woodland on Saturday night. Then next Tuesday, Concordia is at the Castle, and on Friday the 24th, Homestead comes in. So you can't ask for a much tougher schedule, Derek, than what the Knights have put together here over these last few weeks.
Yeah, Coach Mike McBride talked about it. He liked to schedule a lot really tough teams down the stretch. Of course, this was not his schedule, but I talked to him earlier this season, and he said he did not plan to make a whole lot of changes next season in the schedule. I think he likes starting off the non-conference with a few easier games and then working your way towards a more difficult schedule as you head down the stretch in the regular. Welcome back to Bishop Luers. Hopefully we are live with you. I don't think a whole lot of our pregame got on, so we'll try to summarize things best we can. We are working with some connection issues here at Bishop Luers again. But we do expect a Bishop Luers victory tonight. Of course, the heavy favorite coming in as 17-point favorites. Norwell in danger of losing 4 straight, something they have not done all season long. And the last time they did it was dating back to the end of last season, where they lost their last 8 in a row, including the sectional game against Luers. And that was the last matchup between these two teams. Luers was young last year. They returned a lot of their starters from that sectional game, and they really put a hurting on Norwell in that sectional game at Columbia City. And it would be fair to assume that the outcome of this evening's game will probably be similar to that sectional game.
Well, we seem to have a good internet connection. Right now we just seem to have an issue with the production software transitioning from a test scenario to a live scenario.
It's not the first time that's happened.
Yep, we will take a break when we get to the sportsmanship announcement and the national anthem, as there is no band here this evening, so unless someone sings it, we would not be able to put it on YouTube. And in any case, we'll take a break then. We apologize for the technical difficulties we're having.
Yeah, I don't think we're live right now.
No, I don't. We're getting a countdown, but I don't think it's on there.
It should say at the bottom.
Right. Yeah.
So, like I said, I can get the hotspot out, I guess, but
Thank you for logging on to this Norwell High School sports broadcast, brought to you by WellsCountyVoice.com, a division of the Voice Enterprises. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of our sponsors you hear throughout the game, so be sure to visit their businesses and use their services as often as possible, and tell them thanks for their support. We encourage you to go to the games and support your local team, but when you just can't make it, we're here for you. Now it's time for the pregame show on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Good evening and welcome to Bishop Luers. We made a boo-boo, and we
Sorry, you can blame me, Derek.
yeah, I know I'm gonna definitely place the blame on you.
Well,
but
we had all kinds of internet trouble getting on.
We've had some issues, but we're here with you now. It is halftime. Norwell played a solid first half. It's 24-19 in favor of Bishop Luers. What we're going to do, we're going to finish up the halftime statistics here, and we'll bring it back and share them with you. Until then, we'll hear a few words from our sponsors. Thanks for joining us this evening on WellsCountyVoice.com.
'Twas the month after Christmas, and all through your homes were the remnants of cookies and candies and scones. You ate so much sugar it made you feel crummy, and you can't fit any more in your overstuffed tummy. Plus, you've been running on empty to get everything done, and to exercise now doesn't sound like much fun.
Could this be your post-holiday anthem? The cooking, the wrapping, the running, the sleep deprivation. You've spent the last couple of months worrying about everyone else. It's time to focus on you. with a membership to the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne. The YMCA provides physical and social enrichment through family-friendly programs. Whether you're taking a group exercise class, learning a new language, connecting with friends, improving your health and well-being, or participating in family outings with the Y. Start the new year on a healthy, active foot for you and your family. To find out more, go to fwymca.org and request a one-day pass from any Y in Allen, Whitley, and Wells County so you can try the Y for yourself.
Yeah, welcome back to Bishop Luers. Never seems we can get out of here without a problem. Had some issues last year.
Yeah, we did.
But as we mentioned before we went to that break, it was a good first half for the Knights, I think. The Knights from Norwell, considering the talent level and the athleticism, both favoring Bishop Luers by a pretty significant margin. But Norwell did enough on offense as far as shooting the basketball that they're able to stick in it. Now, only 19 points. I'm very surprised that they're in the basketball game with only 19 points. Bishop Luers allowed Norwell to dictate the pace.
Yeah.
And we mentioned it in the first half. Not that anybody listening to this broadcast would know that. But that's what happened, and hopefully Norwell can continue to do that in the second half, and I think they'll be able to control their own destiny if they are able to continue that slower pace.
Well, we will claim this broadcast. This is Greg Van Meter along with Derek Decker, and just issues here at Luers. We've had them before. We'll have them again.
I'm sure we will.
But tonight, the Norwell boys, I'm impressed. They've done a great job breaking Bishop Luers' press to this point. Not a lot of pressure in that press so far. No trapping to speak of. But Norwell has not, I don't believe they've committed any of their 9 turnovers in that, based on that trap.
No, they haven't. The majority of them have been kind of silly turnovers again. And Coach McBride talked about that against Wayne last weekend. And he talked about, how it's going to be, they're going to have to take care of the basketball, and they're kind of doing some things that they did a long time ago, first of the season, worked some kinks out, and they kind of regressed a little bit in the turnover department, and that's something they're going to have to improve in the last couple games here before we enter the tournament.
Well, we'll talk about some stats from this first half for Bishop Luers, the home team on the scoreboard. 24 points. They were 8 of 20 from the field overall, 3 of 8 from beyond the arc, and all 3 of those 3-pointers were in the first quarter. Anton Berry hit one, Blaine Cook hit a couple. And then from the line, they were 3 of 7. Not a lot of fouls called in this one at all. In fact, Luers only had 2 personal fouls called on them in the first half. Norwell with just 5. Luers a little sloppy with the basketball as well, although they settled down in the second quarter, committing a total of 5 turnovers in that first half. From an individual standpoint, Anton Berry leading the way, a very balanced squad with 8 points. Blaine Cook with 6. Jason Davis and Trey Underwood each chipped in with 4, and then Ray Walker hit a couple of free throws for Bishop Luers for that total of 24. For your Norwell Knights, 8 of 19 from the floor in the first half. They were 2 of 6 from beyond the arc. Both of those shots hit, by Cody Shively. Cody with a 3 in each of the first 2 quarters. And then 1 of 2 from the line for the Knights. And Derek, you talked about it on what people didn't hear. Luers not real aggressive in their defense. Norwell really not attacking the rim. So just 2 free throws shot by the Knights so far this evening. They also committed 9 turnovers, more than I know Coach McBride would like to see in that first half. From a scoring standpoint, we talked about the fact Norwell really needs to diversify their scoring. Not happening so far this evening, as Will Geiger leads the way for the Knights with 11. He is 5 of 5 from the field and 1 of 2 from the line. Cody Shively had the other 8 points, 3 of 5 from the field and 2 of 4 from beyond the arc. Luke Zettis got a couple of shots up. Riley Stauffer, Cole Wilson got 1 apiece up, and Brandon Nicholson also with a couple of shots. And, we talked about the fact Norwell needs to get some other guys involved in the offense. Cole Wilson, who's a big part of this offense, only took 1 shot in that first half. It was a shot that was blocked in transition, and he didn't get a shot off after that.
Yeah, he didn't play a lot either.
Got 2 fouls pretty quickly.
He's been in some foul trouble, and that's been a concern his entire career. He's fouled out several times this season and also a number of times last season as well. So that's something that's got to be cleaned up. Luers really turned up not only the defensive intensity but the physicality level as they started making Norwell work for their baskets, putting some hands on the guards, and we mentioned it. They're going to allow that to happen in Fort Wayne.
Yeah.
2 hands on the guard is just going to happen here. So that's fine. Norwell's going to have to adjust to that, and entering the second half with the basketball down 5.
Yeah, you mentioned this refereeing crew, and this is one of my favorite crews to watch, as they do a great job controlling the game, but at the same time letting the kids play. Out there for the Knights, it's the starters, Shively, Stauffer, Wilson, Nicholson, and Geiger. For Luers, as a nice move inside by Will Geiger. He's going to draw the foul. Out there on the floor for Bishop Luers, it's Blaine Cook, Jalen Causey, Anton Berry, Jason Davis, and Jalen Charlton. Those were the starters this evening as well, as that foul is called on Anton Berry. That's his first, team's third of the game. Geiger looked good on that free throw. That's his 12th point. He's the only player in double figures for the Knights, as he pulls Norwell to within 3. Luers the other way. Blaine Cook with the quick shot, and he's able to drop the 17-footer. That was a much quicker shot in the offensive set than what we saw in the first half for Luers. Wilson 3-on-3 as Nicholson kicks it back out through Stauffer to Shively. Wilson now. Cody had a much tougher time getting shots off in the first half. It's a nice pass underneath to Geiger. Shively with the assist.
Geiger just kind of backed Barry down that time and went strong to the rim.
Yeah, I just put it in right at the rim. Will has scored 31 in a game earlier this season against New Haven. Causey trying to get it underneath. That's Barry. Barry choosing not to attack the rim. The senior not going against the freshman as Causey's shot's partially blocked. It'll be a jump ball, and it'll stay on Luers' end. Checking in for Bishop Luers, J.J. Foster, as well as Ray Walker. First time that Foster and Barry have been on the floor at the same time. That's Barry inside, the left-handed half hook. Boy, that's a pretty shot by Anton Barry. First time we've seen that move.
It's going to be difficult to stop if you're Norwell.
Absolutely. Very soft touch from the big man. At the high school level, that's pretty significant size. At the next level, that's a shooting guard. As Wilson and Shively both being guarded very tightly. They tried to get it underneath the Geiger, and that'll be the Knights' 10th turnover. They're really going to have to take care of the basketball in this second half if they want to stay in this one, now trailing by 5.
Well, this is interesting. It's a possible sectional preview, and boy, if that's going to be Wilson's third foul. Nope, it's going to be on Stauffer. Not a lot of contact that time, but talking about a potential sectional preview, if Norwell can battle Luers, this is probably the best team in the sectional. The only team I think could give them a run is Mississinawa.
Yeah.
And if this is playing with the best in the sectional, so if they're able to continue to do that, it gives them a bright tournament outlook as we head into the last week of the regular season.
That was Davis with the miss on the 3 attempt. Didn't look to be real comfortable with that shot. That's really the first shot he's taken from out on the floor. Stauffer with Barry on him. Kind of a mismatch underneath between Geiger and Davis. Geiger much stronger than Davis, giving up several inches, but Will can win that battle. Stauffer now with the 3 attempt. That's short. Riley 0 for 2 on the game. as J.J. Foster heads the other way. Davis could have taken the three there, thought better of it this time. Blaine Cook, though, will take that three. No good as Shively pulls down the rebound. The Knights not really pushing it, and here comes the trap. Stauffer will give it back to Shively. And it really looks like they're just nice move by Cody there to get to the rim. He's now in double figures. Looks like they're really only going to trap in that first wave up top as they kind of fell back into their man-to-man defense. Nice pass underneath. Berry with another left-handed shot. This one doesn't go, and a foul's going to be called on the rebound. I think it's going to go on Anton Berry. It does. That's his second. Team's second. Checking in for Norwell, James Smith. They'll replace Riley Stauffer. 4:38 left in this third quarter. Knights trail by just 3. Chance to pull closer here. Against some Luers pressure. It's a 2-2-1 zone as Wilson flies through the middle of the court. And Cole with his first basket of the ball game. That pulls Norwell to within 1 point. Davis leaves it for Walker. Now Foster being guarded by Nicholson. And Foster able to drain his first points of the game. Little backup 3 ball. Well, he had the much taller but slower Nicholson on him, and he was able to get it up over him. Oh, nice play by Geiger to get that. He's stripped on the way up. Now Wilson on the floor. Finds Smith in the corner. Good. James Smith with a 3-pointer. That gets the Knights right back to within a point. And the pace of this one speeding up a little bit midway through the third quarter. Nice kick out to Cook from Berry. Good. And Blaine Cook with his third 3-pointer of the game. He's got 11 now. And you can just kind of feel the pace quickening here, Derek.
Yeah, you sure can, but Norwell's played up to it here so far. Now the question is, can they sustain it?
Will Geiger with another layup. Nice feed there from Cole Wilson. I got Geiger now with 17 as Foster misses that 3 attempt. Brandon Nicholson, nice rebound. Smith heading the other way. Wilson was open there for a moment. He's being guarded by Davis. Now Cole swinging all the way around to Shively. That's Geiger inside. And Walker holding his face. I don't know what happened there. Oh, nice pass on the give and go. Will Geiger with the assist. Shively with his 12th point. Ties it up. 34 apiece. 2.5 minutes left in this third quarter. Norwell hanging right with Bishop Luers. That's going to be a foul on the floor. James Smith will be whistled for his second.
Now this third quarter is being called the same way it was called in the first half.
Yep.
Very few fouls. Only 4 now combined. 2 on each team with just about 2.5 left. And you could almost feel Bishop Luers starting to pull away at a time earlier in this third quarter. And Norwell made an effort to get back in the game, made some big threes, did a nice job keeping pace in transition, and they fought all the way back to tie it.
Grant McMichael into the game for Norwell. He replaced Nicholson. Brandon's really given Coach McBride some quality minutes the last week and a half, 2 weeks. Hasn't done a lot of scoring, but he's done a lot of the little things. Trey Underwood also in the game for Luers right now as he loses the basketball underneath. This is about as big a lineup as they've had in there as Walker, tough left-handed shot, gets it to go.
Yeah, that's been the variety of the last several Bishop Luers shots. They've been very difficult as Luers comes up with a steal.
Walker the other way, lays it up and in. 11 turnovers now on the Knights.
Sure didn't take long, and that's the danger of playing at this pace. It's now a 4-point lead for Bishop Luers.
Yeah, tie game just a moment ago. Almost another turnover. Smith, though, able to get it back. Now loses it. Geiger diving for the basketball. Good hustle there by the freshman. He'll get it at the elbow. And the Knights will reset. Bishop Luers has been outside of that 2-2-1 full court defense, has stayed in a man-to-man in the half court all night, falling back into their matchups. As Smith thought about the 3. Shively now being guarded by Walker. Walker's been hounding Cody here in the second half. That's Smith inside trying to create space. No foul called, but McMichael with the offensive rebound. He's blocked. Blocked again, and this time they called a foul. The Norwell fans wanted a foul earlier. It'll send Grant McMichael to the line, as picking up his first foul is Trey Underwood. That's a third on Luers in this half. McMichael to the line for the first time this evening. Back to first time to the line for Grant in quite a while, Derek.
Yeah, he doesn't shoot all that many free throws. And look at that, the bouncy rim.
Yeah,
a friendly touch.
It sure did. You talked about that in the first half that nobody saw, that the rim on the north side of the gym much looser than the rim on the south side. Or at least it appears that way, sounds that way.
Oh, it is.
McMichael's second free throw, nothing but net. The rim didn't matter on that one. And the Knights now within a pair as Grant takes a seat, gets a pat on the head from Coach McBride. Brandon Nicholson checks back in.
Well, you know, there's a lot of people that thought Norwell maybe comes out of this basketball game in the third quarter. Luers starts to pull away, but they have stayed right in it, and we might have ourselves a good one coming down to the wire. That 17-point margin not looking good at all, as Norwell's come to play on a Tuesday night in Fort Wayne.
Well, and neither is that 68-point prediction, as Luers now with just 38 points with 29 seconds left in this third quarter. Norwell hanging right there with them, just trailing by 2. Luers being patient again now in this offensive set. They had pushed it through most of this third quarter, scoring a total of 14 points. Now 10 seconds left in the corner. Back out to Walker with 5. Walker gets into the lane, loses the basketball. Geiger ahead to Shively. He's going to have to put up a long 3. Can't get it to go. And that will end the third quarter. Norwell trailing by just 2 here at Bishop Luers this evening. We'll take a break and be right back after these words from Daniel's Jewelers.
This is Dan and Jane with Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton.
We want to remind everyone that we do in-house repair, with our specialty being restoration and resetting.
Jewelry that is worn frequently over the years usually needs some TLC, wrong retipping, resetting, or sizing.
It's so much fun to see the customer's reaction when they see their jewelry looking almost brand new.
Or maybe it's time for a new style. Choose from all styles of settings or let us design one just for you.
Daniel's Jewelers, North Main Street, Bluffton, where personal attention and trust become part of the memory.
Derek, how surprised are you by where we're at right now in this one?
Very. Norwell has shown that it can compete with what Sagarin's calling the top 3 in the state of Indiana in this class. So now it's interesting that Bishop Luers allowed Norwell to control the pace in the first half. In the second half, in that third quarter, Luers took control. They were able to push the pace more to what they were comfortable with, but Norwell was able to keep up with them. And again, this could play a big factor as we head into this tournament. Norwell, if they can figure out some things in the fourth quarter, even if they can't come away with a victory, maybe figure out how to beat them if they need to in the tournament.
Norwell with the basketball. The other thing they figured out, Derek, is how to keep, what a block by Anton Berry. They figured out how to keep Luers off the offensive boards, as that's in the corner. Jalen Causey with his first basket of the game. It's a three-pointer. He's now 1 of 3 from beyond the arc. And Luers really bringing some intensity now. Anton Berry playing full-court defense as well. Stauffer caught in a 3-way trap, and I'm really surprised the 5-second call wasn't made there.
Yeah.
Shively with the basketball. Now Wilson in the corner. Norwell trying to settle into their half-court offense.
And Luers allows them to do that. Once they settle in, they don't trap. They only trap coming in transition. So if Norwell's able to get past that first wave, they'll be okay.
Yeah, that was thrown away by Geiger. I've got Norwell now with 12 turnovers as Davis thought about the three. Causey will launch the three, in and out, and Norwell will head the other way.
That's a big miss. That could have been crucial to putting away Norwell, but they let him hang around, and the Knights can claw back within.
And an official's timeout as Shively trying to catch his breath. I think he might have got dinged a little bit on the way up the court. Speaking of being dinged, did you see Buddy Hyde? Is it Hyde or Heidel?
Healed, yeah.
That's who it was.
Yep.
Healed, grabbed DeMarcus Cousins.
Yep.
Got a flagrant foul. I think that might be the general area where Cody's suffering right now.
Yeah, that might be.
Yeah, we'll take a real quick break and be back. I'm sure we'll be out for 30 seconds here. Thanks for joining us on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Every team knows that the three-point play can be a winning move. That's why State Farm and me, Kevin Beatty, and my team are here to help you go for three by combining your home, auto, and life insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score savings by combining your home, auto, and life. It's just another way we're here to help things go right. So call me, State Farm agent Kevin Beatty, at 824-1928 or in Bern at 589-2077.
Well, the good news is Cody trotted off the court under his own power. He's out of the game, obviously. James Smith back in there for Norwell.
That's kind of a big loss for Norwell. Somebody else is going to have to step up on offense, and this is the big opportunity to showcase that they can balance their offense. This is a big opportunity for the Knights.
Luers starting out in that 1-2-2. They find Will Geiger wide open underneath. Nice assist there for Riley Stauffer. And Geiger having a night here for Norwell at Bishop Luers. Keeps them within three. And a foul's going to be called on, I believe, Brandon Nicholson. That'll be his first.
Luers has held a small margin the entire game. Norwell has been able to bring it back at times, close the gap. It's widened to as many as 7 or 9. But Norwell's kept it reasonable, and that's why they haven't allowed Bishop Luers to go on a big run, and that's why they're still in it right now.
Yeah, it's interesting to me. Foster has not had his 5 best players on the floor at any point tonight, at least using the eye test. That's Walker with the basketball. Thought about the three as the clock ticks under 6 minutes. That's Davis on the drive. Tough shot. Couldn't get it to go. Able to get his own rebound and put back. Boy, nice play there by Jason Davis. I've got him for 6 points so far in this one. And if Cody Shively can come back, the quicker the better for the Knights. He jogged off, not towards the locker room, but toward the restroom that I know is out in the corner.
That takes away a big significant perimeter presence for Norwell. So they looked inside last time, worked it on a cut, and Geiger scored, but might look for that again as Norwell's being patient in this offense.
Yeah, Luers in what appears to be a 2-1-2 zone. Walker with a nice little soccer move there as Norwell looking to penetrate this zone defense. Luers went to that zone when Cody Shively went out of the game, and so far it's effective.
Yeah, he's ready to check back in now at the scorer's table.
Good deal. Good to see him over there. 4:43 left in this one.
It might be wise for Coach McBride to call timeout here and get Shively back in on this possession while Norwell still has the basketball.
Yeah, he's not used a timeout yet in this basketball game. Smith, that's Wilson on the wing. They were staying in that 2-1-2, and Smith's three long.
Well, that was a pretty good look. The only problem with that, there's a silly foul. The only problem with that possession is it took a really long time, and trailing by 5 still, just over 4 to go. That's going to hurt Norwell later, I think.
I actually think Coach McBride might have had Nicholson commit that foul
it could
as
be.
He went by.
Yeah.
Shively does re-enter the game, replacing James Smith. 4:18 left in this one.
Still a little bit surprised that he didn't use it during that offensive set.
Yep. Davis can't get the floater to go. It'll be Norwell's basketball. Jason Davis, the 6'5" senior with 6 points But just one of his last 4 from the field after hitting his first couple. A tick under 4 minutes. Geiger on the drive, up and in. Nice move by the freshman.
21 points for the freshman. I believe that's a career high.
He had 31 at New Haven.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Barry inside. Misses a couple of shots. Still gets another offensive rebound. And finally kicks it out to Underwood. That's Blaine Cook. No good. And a foul's going to be called on Bishop Luers for reaching in, I believe. It will be on Anton Berry. That'll be his 3rd, team's 4th. Each team with just 4 team fouls here in this second half. Norwell really making it tough on Bishop Luers so far. It's been kind of an odd-looking game. Norwell was just under 50% from the field through 3 quarters at 14-29. Geiger, wow. As Shively able to pick up the loose ball, travels. Nope, they're going to say a jump ball.
Doesn't matter. It's still a turnover. But, boy, that ball got punched away from Geiger.
Yep.
It's lucky to be controlled by Shively in the first place.
Yeah, I think he was trying to go up for the shot in that instance.
Well, now we see what Luers' strategy is up 3 with just over 3 minutes to go. Are they going to slow it down, try to really use some of Norwell's pace to their advantage? That's what we saw in the JV game. Not really that it has any effect on this thing, but they're going to go right to the basket and score.
Well, you know, that's what I'm surprised that they haven't done more of this evening. They've got a definitive size advantage on the Knights as Coach McBride uses a 30-second timeout, and they really have not taken advantage of it.
No, not at all. I've been really surprised. They've taken a lot of threes, and I think part of that was because they started hot from the perimeter and just continued to shoot it, feeling it a little bit. And it's benefited Norwell in a very good way. Trailing by only 5, they're still in it. But this is a really critical possession. I like the timeout by Coach McBride. They're going to have to score, I think, on this possession, and it's going to be difficult to get the basketball back. They're going to have to lock down and force a miss on the defensive end. Neither team close to the bonus, so you got a couple fouls to give, so there's no problem if you need to reach and foul on a dribble drive. That's not a problem. Just make sure you don't send them to the line.
This 5-point lead for Luers matching their game-high difference. And again, J.J. Foster has not been on the floor much in this game. I don't know if he's not feeling well. Not moving very fast over there as he sits back down on the bench.
Luers averages 65 points, and they've had numerous games where they've scored in the 80s. They're going to get nowhere close tonight, and I think you can credit that a little bit to the Norwell defense and a little bit to Norwell's offense, taking care of the basketball and running their slower offense against the Knights of Bishop Luers.
Geiger on the wing. Barry trying to force him out away from the basket. Wills scored all his points right at the rim. He's only missed a couple of shots tonight. Both of those were tipped or blocked. As Luers seems to have picked up the man-to-man defensive intensity a little bit. That's Davis guarding Cole Wilson. Davis is a long 6'5". Wilson able to get free into the lane, and a delayed foul is going to be called on Jason Davis. That'll be his first foul. 5 called now on the Knights of Bishop Luers. 1:58 left. I think you're right, Derek. This is a big, big possession for Norwell. Wilson found underneath, but he lost the handle. Quickly the other way. Ray Walker behind the back pass, as that makes the Luers fans happy. Luers with their biggest lead of the game.
It's also interesting to note Norwell hasn't gotten out of the 40s in any of their last 3 losses, and they're probably going to have to get to 50 to win this one.
As Cody Shively hits an off-balance 3, Coach McBride immediately calls a timeout. It is a full one, so we'll take a break and be back after these words from Heidi Motors.
Welcome to the new Heidi Automotive Group. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility. Now you can shop for a new Chevrolet, Buick, Dodge, Ram, Jeep, or Chrysler at the same location right here in Bluffton, Indiana. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and crossovers. We focus on quality, and that is why we certify our pre-owned inventory so you get more warranty, free maintenance, and peace of mind. Don't worry about your credit. We have financing options for everyone. Heidi Automotive Group, a new look, but old-fashioned integrity.
Welcome back to Bishop Luers. Your Knights trailing by just 4 with 1:32 on the clock. Now have the basketball.
Yeah, every time you think Bishop Luers is going to pull away, the behind-the-pack pass to Barry right there on the last transition basket, you think that might put this game in the freezer. Norwell comes back. Shively does what he does, steps up and hits a wing 3, and puts him right back down 4. You play defense right here for a little bit. You could probably let it go down to a minute, and then you're probably going to have to start fouling, considering they got to foul 3 times before Luers goes into the bonus.
Right now, that looks like a pretty good strategy, Derek. Luers just 3 of 7 from the free throw line. They missed more than they made. As Walker leaves it for Trey Underwood. Underwood into the front court. Cook gets it back from Barry, and Luers will set up in their offense. And Cody Shively is going to foul with 1:15. That'll be Cody's second.
That's a good strategy. It allows, it forces rather, Bishop Luers to inbound the basketball right here, and maybe Norwell can create a turnover coming in off this inbounds play.
Just the 5th team foul on the night, so still 1 to give. Walker. Oh, Underwood was in the front court. Ball loose, but Davis able to pick it up. Boy, that's a break for Luers.
Sure is.
As Underwood caught that ball in the front court. Walker handling it up top. Gets it back. 56 seconds.
Norwell's all over the place.
They're really defending hard, and now Underwood's going to be fouled. That's their last foul that they have to give. It's called on number 15, Riley Stauffer, his second. Checking back into the game for Luers will be Jalen Causey as Underwood takes a seat.
Well, Greg, how long do you let it go here if you're Norwell?
Well, I'd give maybe 10. Well, they're not going to do that. I would say maybe 10 seconds with it being a 2-possession game.
Yeah, that's important, being up 4 right now for Bishop Luers. Just 1-1, Norwell's got to be certain to box out and not allow an offensive rebound to Luers.
For Stauffer, that's his 3rd foul. Causey goes to the line for the first time this evening. He's only 1 of 5 from the field, but he looked good on that free throw. That's a big free throw for Bishop Luers. Put him up by 5. Stauffer sits down. James Smith back in for the Knights.
Very, very surprised this game was this low scoring.
50.2 seconds on the clock as Causey able to knock down a couple of big free throws. He'll take a seat. Trey Underwood will check back in for the Knights of Bishop Luers. Smith needs to head up the floor here. Knights trailing by 6.
Shively's being absolutely face guarded.
Yeah, and they need to set a pick for him as Wilson looking for Smith, and Davis, they say he got his foot on it. Otherwise, that was going to be another slam from Jason Davis. He caught a beautiful alley-oop pass back in the second quarter and slammed it home.
Well, the Knights need to play with some urgency right here. Down to 30 seconds, and they need a bucket.
Smith trying to get to the rim, stuffed by Trey Underwood.
Now, at this point, you're going to start to need threes pretty soon.
Yeah, and Ray Walker's, you got to give him credit. He's doing a great job on Cody Shively so far. There's that out-of-bounds play we like so well. Cody not able to hit the 3. It'll bound out of bounds.
Yeah.
And go over to Luers with 25.5.
Norwell has a couple different variations of that out-of-bounds play. Geiger can either go up with it or feed it back to Shively. But that was a really deep 3 for Shively as Geiger's going to commit the foul.
That'll be Will's first foul of this basketball game. 8th on the Knights. So still some room to play with if Barry cannot hit the front end of this 1-and-1 attempt. He is 1-for-1 from the line so far. That came all the way back in the first quarter. Checking in for Luers is Jaguar Jackson, 6-foot guard. His first time on the floor this evening. And Anton Berry with an underhand free throw attempt. Not close. 18 seconds. Shively trying to get free. Finds Nicholson. Nicholson's not going to shoot it. Smith in the corner with 11. Drives the lane and is going to draw the foul.
Now that's good news for Norwell, but the problem with that is they really needed a three on that
really
possession.
Did. Yep, down by 6, now just 9 seconds on the clock. That was the first foul on Jaguar Jackson. 6th on the team. Smith has a shooting. It was a shooting foul, so James will get a couple of free throws.
I thought if Norwell scores 44 points in this game, they get blown out by 30.
Yeah.
And they did a great job of keeping this game close. Almost an offensive board. Knights are going to foul again. That'll probably be the last time. Bishop Luers will shoot 1-and-1 again, but this gives Norwell some real confidence as they were in this game the entire way, within a couple shots the entire game. It gives them some real confidence going into this last week of the regular season and also going forward into the sectional play.
7 points was the biggest lead for Luers, and I would bet a lot of money that lead doesn't get any bigger with Anton Berry at the line. Well, now he shoots it overhand.
Yeah, I think he was trying that out. I saw him do it in warm-ups during the JV game at halftime, and he was missing them all from the underhand. Now, he did get it in the first half. He got the first, and those both looked perfect.
Yeah, he's actually, he's 3 for 3 from the line, overhand, as James Smith launches one that falls short. That'll do it. The final here at Bishop Luers this evening. The Luers Knights win it 51-44. We'll do some figuring and be back with the post-game show after these words from our sponsors. Thanks for joining us on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Are you looking for a new dental home, or maybe you've suffered a dental sports-related injury? Contact Dr. Laura Kugelhahn and her caring staff. They can help you with your general and emergency dental needs. Dr. Laura Kugelhahn and her staff provide a wide variety of services such as fillings, crowns, veneers, bridges, bleaching, dentures, athletic mouth guards, and much more. Dr. Kugelhahn's office is located at 1133 North Main Street in Bluffton. Call today at 824-31000 for an appointment with Dr. Laura Kugelhahn.
Dr. Laura Kugelhahn is a provider for Delta Dental and Aetna Insurances. She is also accepting Care Credit. Dr. Kugelhahn and her staff will make you feel at home. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332.
Bluffton Tire, you know where they're located, across the street from Bummy's, right at the entrance to the 4-H park, has been serving Wells County for over 50 years. Bluffton Tire needs to be the first stop for brakes, struts, front end alignment, and offers over 20 different brands of tires. Stop by and see Carrie Jennis today or visit online at BlufftonTire.com for online specials and coupons. Bluffton Tire is open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Hi, this is Carrie Jennis of Bluffton Tire, and we'll keep you going.
Troxel Equipment offers a full line of John Deere equipment. Troxel Equipment features a large inventory of all makes and models of pre-owned equipment that has been well maintained and ready for service. Most of Troxel's pre-owned equipment was traded in from owner-operators. Be sure to ask about our certified pre-owned units. Troxel Equipment has the ability to customize your financing, lease, or installment contracts to meet your cash flow needs. Visit any of our 3 locations in Bluffton, Huntington, or Wabash, or check out our website for our inventory of new and pre-owned equipment. Troxel Equipment, the dealership you can trust.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
TW Fable, a modern American restaurant, is now open at Timber Ridge Golf Course, 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton, and it's bigger and better than ever. You can enjoy the same fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Reservations are recommended by calling 260-353-1360. Everyone is welcome at TW Fable.
The Bowling Center in Bluffton has adult youth double leagues with one adult and one child per team, or two youth may make a team at a youth league for ages 4 to 19 starting soon. The leagues are 10 weeks long and everyone plays every game. The Bowling Center in Bluffton, located at 1231 South Scott Street. For complete details, visit bowlbluffton.com, and don't forget about Friday Fun from 12 to 6. Only $1 per game and 50-cent shoes at a smoke-free environment. bowlbluffton.com. bowlbluffton.com.
And welcome back to Bishop Luers, wrapping things up here on the road. The Luers Knights coming away with a 51-44 victory. But we talked about it, Greg. Norwell really fought hard in this basketball game and came up just a little bit short, but I think gave the team, if not anybody else, the confidence going forward, and maybe they can get a chance again in sectional.
Well, the reality is the 7-point lead at the end of the game was as big a lead as what Luers had the entirety of the game. Now, they had that a couple of times in the fourth quarter, but, Norwell hanging right in there with them for 32 minutes, and really Anton Berry's couple of free throws made it as big a lead as what it turned out. We're joined now by head coach Mike McBride. And, Coach, certainly a different game than we expected to see. I thought your kids did a good job of controlling the pace tonight.
Yeah, we worked pretty hard on Saturday and Monday on trying how we were going to handle the full court pressure. And if you watched us play, you've seen we made a few changes. We really worked hard in practice on that, and I thought we did a nice job of that, especially early.
Yep.
I thought defensively we had a pretty good game plan. We had some breakdowns, though. There were a few things that scouting report-wise we didn't pay close attention to a few times. We had a real strong scouting report on Walker, number 11, and I'll be remiss if I saw him drive to his right hand one single time the entire night. But yet there were a couple times where we actually forced him to his left, and so we got to do a better job paying attention to the scouting report details.
No, he definitely did not go to his right.
No.
I'm not sure the ball touched his right hand.
No, and we knew that going in. Boy, I thought a gutty performance by our guys, especially Geiger, Geiger and Shively. We just need our third guy to come in and get some there. Cole only has 2 points. I mean, if he just gets a normal night, we win the game. Yeah. I mean, and we just got to tell him 7 points. That's 3 possessions. That's the difference between being a sectional champion and going home before March 7th. In our sectional.
I guess what surprised me more than anything with Cole tonight, Coach, he only took 3 shots.
Yeah, and believe me, it wasn't like a design to only shoot 3.
He was turning down wide open looks.
Yeah, and we'll meet. I'll meet with him and we'll talk about some things. We'll show him some film, and hopefully we can get that out of his system, because normally he's a lot more aggressive than what he showed tonight. Yeah. But he came out right away, had a couple turnovers early, took kind of a bad shot, I thought, right away, and then missed several blockouts there early too. So we got him out, tried to get him refocused, but we just didn't. It never really got him into the flow of the game like we'd like to, unfortunately.
The other thing I thought the kids did a great job on. What adjustments did you make at halftime? They were killing us on the offensive boards in the first half, and we did a good job on them in the second half.
Yeah, we just try to block out a little better. Just try to challenge Brandon and Will and Cody, especially those 3, to attack the ball harder. I mean, because I said you can't just jump and expect to get it. I go, you got to go after it like it means something. And so we challenged them. We changed some things against their. Try to adjust some things against their full court man. Then in the second half, I thought we did a nice job of making that adjustment. I mean, I felt we were really well prepared for what we wanted to do. We had control. We moved the ball very well. I I thought we moved the ball really well. That is the best that we have played against that type of athletic team all year when you consider Maryville and New Haven and Wayne. This was and even Dwenger had that type of athleticism. That is the best that we've played against that type of team. We've got to shore up some things, but we're right there. We're right there against a really good team. I mean, this is a really good team. They're going to finish probably second in the SAC.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think they're only lost to Snyder right now, and I mean they beat Carroll twice. I mean, this is a good team, but this is who we got to be able to beat, along with Columbia City and Mississinawa, Heritage, and Belmont. We got to be able to win against those guys to win the sectional. And
Derek talked about it before you came up, Coach. Do you feel like a performance like this on the road against this kind of team will maybe give your kids a little bit more confidence?
Well, I certainly hope so. I mean, I thought we played pretty well against Huntington, and I thought that carried over tonight. I thought Huntington was the best we had played in about 4 games. And then tonight, we played better tonight than we did against Huntington.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so what we want to be doing is playing our best. I get it, we're playing quality people, but we got to figure out how to get over the hump, too.
Right.
But at least we're starting to play. We're playing well. Brandon Nicholson is finally starting to do a lot of the things that we wanted. He's taking better care of the ball. He's doing a lot more for us that we had hoped, and it took him a little longer to piece all that together, but he's been really good for us the last 2 games.
He has.
And the bigger lineup has been nice. Our bench has done a nice job coming in and it's spelling us. But we got to keep working. We got to figure out how to win these. Yeah. I think that's the big thing. It's we got to figure out how to win these. And we talked to our guys. When we shoot 71% on the free throw line as a team, we've got to have a lead with 3 minutes to go in the game, because then we're in the driver's seat. Right. And so believe me, we're pleased with our effort and everything, but we're not happy that we lost. Sure. I kind of let them have that, in the locker room. That look, we're not here just to be close.
Right.
We're right here we're here to win, and so hopefully we can bounce that back. But they got a nice team, and it was an enjoyable game, and I think it was fun for the fans. It had to be fun for the fans. Ball move. There was a lot of good ball movement, a lot of good plays by both teams.
It's a fun game to watch, fun game to call.
Yeah.
Coach, you head to a very tough place to win on Friday night in Jay County. What do you expect to see from the Patriots?
Well, they're a lot like Huntington. So the preparation is very similar to what we had to prepare for all last week. So there's a lot of things there. I will say this. I'll say like everybody keeps telling me it's a difficult place. I'm going to find out, because I don't know. I've never been there before. So I'm first time going in, but we're going with the mindset to win. We're going to take tomorrow off, get a day off. We got 3 games this week, so tomorrow's going to be off. The prep is very similar to Huntington, so it shortens the amount of prep we need to do. We'll prep on Thursday, and we'll get back after it Friday. We're excited about where we're at. I feel good about what we did tonight. I just know that we've got to figure out how to get over the hump.
Yeah.
But you're right. We should have a lot more confidence when we play against this team and other teams, and we should be ready to go. We should put a little bit on notice that we're coming to play.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we're excited. We're looking forward to sectional draw. We can't wait. I think we're going to get together at Coach Dugan's house with the team. We're going to selection Sunday for high school basketball, I guess.
There you go. Well, Coach, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Head coach Mike McBride joining us here for the post-game show. We'll talk about some statistics as we'll look at Luers first. As a team, we had them 18 of 41 from the field. That's 44%. 6 of 16 from the on the arc, 38%. And then 7 of 12 from the free throw line for 58%. Not a good performance from there. They also committed just 6 turnovers as a team. 1 I had them for in the second half. Individually leading the way for Bishop Luers tonight, Anton Berry with 16. Also in double figures, Blaine Cook had 11. Jason Davis and Ray Walker each with 6. Jalen Causey had 5 in that fourth quarter, and they were big points for Bishop Luers late. Trey Underwood had 4 all in the first half, and then J.J. Foster with a 3-ball in the third quarter for a total of 51 for the Bishop Luers Knights. For Norwell, as a team, they were 17 to 37 from the field. That's 46%. 4 of 11 from beyond the arc. That's 36%. And 6 of 8. Coach talked about it, again, from the free throw line. 75%. They've been shooting free throws great all year long. Also, as a team, they committed 14 turnovers. Individually, Will Geiger leading the way tonight with just a great performance. He had 21 points and only missed 2 shots from the field. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of 11 from the field for Will, and then he was 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Joining him in double figures, Cody Shively with 15. He had 3 shots go in from beyond the arc and 3 from inside as well for those 15 points. James Smith chipped in with 4 on a 3-ball and a free throw. Grant McMichael and Cole Wilson also with 2 points apiece. So a couple of guys we haven't seen score in Smith and McMichael over the last few games, but Cole Wilson with just 2 points tonight, and hopefully he'll be able to make some adjustments and come out strong against Jay County on Friday as we'll go on the road and join the boys. No more girls action to call, so we'll be with you from Portland on Friday night. Who's your player of the game tonight, Derek?
It's Geiger.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kept him in it early as well, and don't take anything away from Cody Shively because he had a couple big shots at the end, especially as well, to keep him within about 5 points. But Geiger just did really a lot of good things. He backed down Barry on a couple of occasions, and that's not easy to do. Barry's a good defender, and he plays bigger than 6'5".
Yeah.
And he has the ability to shoot the basketball a little bit from outside. He plays on the perimeter a little bit, and if he does choose to play basketball at the next level, that's what he's going to have to do,
right?
Being 6'5". But
I'd love to hear the story behind that underhand free throw. That was one of the ugliest things I've seen.
It was, and I can tell you that his overhand free throw looked fine.
Yeah, it looked great.
He made them both.
He was 3 for 3 with those.
Yeah, I didn't understand that, but oh well.
In any case, I agree with you 100%. Derek Will Geiger, your player of the game this evening with 21 points on 9 of 11 shooting from the field. Also did a real nice job on the boards, as we don't have those stats, but he was the force. Brandon Nicholson deserves a pat on the back as well, as he did a real good job on the backboard tonight as well. Once again, your final from Bishop Luers tonight, it's the Knights from Bishop Luers 51, the Knights from Norwell 44. For Derek Decker, this is Greg Van Meter saying so long, everybody.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The preceding production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media in a new direction.